Thank you. I'm deeply humbled and inspired to receive this endorsement. I respect a man like Danny Carroll a great deal. I respect a person like Chuck Hurley a great deal in the Iowa Family Political Action Committee and what they stand for and their bold stand in helping put together this rally today. I will do everything in my utmost being to honor this endorsement with all the integrity that I can muster. The woman off to my right, I met in church nursery school when we were infants. We graduated from kindergarten together. We graduated from 8th grade together, from high school together, from college together. And now with God's help, we've celebrated 26 years of being married to one another. And I have a deep commitment to this woman. And that is if she ever leaves me, I'm going with her. I think it's obvious this morning after what we saw in the House chambers that Iowa is in need of bold leadership today. But ladies and gentlemen, where you get bold leadership is when you are serious about your convictions. You see, there's a difference between political position and personal conviction. You see, political position can be leveraged, it can be negotiated away. But personal conviction says, I don't care what the polls say. This is where I stand. You see, because the political position that Chet Culver and that Barack Obama share is that they believe marriage to be one man and one woman, but they refuse to stand up for it. I'm telling you as a candidate for governor of Iowa, that is a personal conviction of mine. One man, one woman marriage, it will not change with any poll. I truly believe that God created us male and female, and what he joined together, man should not separate. But I also believe there's a conviction of a separation of powers. A conviction is that the legislator creates the law. The executive executes the law. And it is the people of Iowa who amend the Constitution. The Supreme Court does not get to make law. They do not get to execute law, and they for sure do not get to amend the Constitution. And that's why I said on day one, not on day two, not on day three, not on day 89, not on someday I got to think about it in the future. On day one, as your next governor, I will issue an executive order that places a stay on same-sex marriages until the people of Iowa have the right to vote on that issue. Ladies and gentlemen, this is more than about marriage. This is about freedom. Because if you allow a Supreme Court to make law and execute law and amend the Constitution, not only will they do it with marriage, but they'll do it with private property. They'll do it with free enterprise. They'll do it with freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly. Every freedom that you hold dear, how you educate your children, that's where they'll do it. We need a governor, and I'll be that governor, who holds a court in check to their proper jurisdiction. And ladies and gentlemen, when you hear us talk about a vision for the state of Iowa, I would say test that vision with convictions of bold leadership, because when you believe that a candidate will boldly lead on marriage and separation of powers, then I guarantee you that leadership will follow in opening up Iowa for business, in the management of state government, in educating our children with 21st century standards, 21st century results, and where parents are in charge, not the government in charge of our children. In conclusion, what you've seen here today is the Iowa Family Political Action Committee with a very bold move. On April 3, a year ago, I came here to Des Moines, and I witnessed the opinion of the Iowa Supreme Court saying that Iowa should be a same-sex marriage state. It burdened me deeply. On April 5, my dad had a stroke. My dad's a World War II veteran. And what made those World War II veterans so special is that they stood in the gap for freedom. They stood in the gap. On April 6th, my dad died. But I tell you what, I'll carry him with me everywhere I go, and I want to stand in the gap. I want you to stand in the gap. I need you to be bold. I need you to join the Iowa Family Political Action Committee. I need you to join this campaign. Stand in the gap for marriage. Stand in the gap for separation of powers. Stand in the gap for freedom. This is the time to bring it home. Thank you so much.